So let's take a look at the questions. Question 1 mentions the 3 types of energy converted, including the heat energy, chemical energy in ATP, and chemical energy in the byproducts. I show you the chemical equation and word equation of aerobic respiration first. For the question, it's asking the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Statement 1 and 2 are correct because aerobic respiration is the complete breakdown of the food. Therefore, they can convert more energy from the food to both heat energy and ATP. However, the byproducts produced as water and carbon dioxide, which are the compound with low energy level. On the other hand, the anaerobic respiration will produce either ethanol or lactic acid. So if you are not familiar with the concept, you can refer to the table in the previous slide. So that's why the answer is A. For question 2, it needs you to compare the 3 main processes in aerobic respiration, including glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation. According to the name of oxidative phosphorylation, you should be able to recall that the oxygen is required as the final acceptor of hydrogen atom to combine and form water. So therefore, answers A and B are eliminated. Then you can refer to the diagram of glycolysis and Krebs cycle. For glycolysis, 1 glucose molecule is converted into 2 pyruvate molecules, but each pyruvate molecule still contains 3 carbon atoms. Therefore, no carbon atom is removed in the form of carbon dioxide. So, answer C is also eliminated. And for Krebs cycle, it's important to know that it is the degradation of macromolecules and completely break down the acetyl group finally. So carbon dioxide is produced. So that's why the answer is D. According to the question, it's given that the enzyme is speeding up the reaction of conversion of lactic acid from pyruvate. If the enzyme is inhibited, it needs the reaction to become very slow. Less lactic acid will be produced. Therefore, the cytoplasm will not experience the drop of pH. It means the cytoplasm will not become more acidic. So answer A is wrong. For answers C and D, since the lactic acid fermentation slows down, less NAD will be regenerated for glycolysis and Krebs cycle. No more NAD will carry the hydrogen produced from Krebs cycle, so Krebs cycle will become slower. Finally, the glycolysis may even stop, so the ATP production should also decrease. And also the Krebs cycle will also become slower. The option B, glycolysis would become slower. So you can see that the answer is B. In question 4, the keyword is flood soil, which means that the soil is full of water. In other words, it implies that the oxygen level in soil is low. So the question about the respiration must be anaerobic respiration. Answer A is wrong because lactic acid fermentation takes place in skeletal muscles and some lactic acid bacteria, but not plants. Answer B and D are also wrong because no water can be produced according to the concept of ETC. Meanwhile, answer B is wrong since we do not find any ethanol produced in the word equation. But obviously, the root cells of the plant should undergo alcoholic fermentation. So that's why the answer should be C. Question 5 is tricky since it's talking about rigorous exercise. Some students will be distracted to think about anaerobic respiration only and choose statement 1 as the answer. However, they may just ignore statement 3, which is aerobic respiration. The aerobic respiration takes place constantly throughout our life. If our body only rely on anaerobic respiration, we must die, since there is not enough ATP produced for our daily activity. I would like to remind that anaerobic respiration produces additional energy for rigorous exercise. Why do we say that additional energy? Because we carry out aerobic respiration to produce 38 ATP already. Then the 2 ATP produced in glycolysis are the additional energy within the short period of time. Also, the lactic acid fermentation will follow glycolysis. NADH will donate the hydrogen to reduce the pyruvate into lactic acid. So regeneration of NAD can be done for further process. So that's why the answer should be C. For question 6, it asks about the order of chemicals produced in the anaerobic respiration pathway. Therefore, I showed you alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation first. So you can definitely find the common step is glycolysis. That is something we learned before among the three main processes, glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and etc. Only glycolysis takes place in anaerobic respiration. This process produces net 2 ATP, 2 NADH, and 2 pyruvate molecules. Remember the slogan, 222 in glycolysis. Somehow, at this moment, you can eliminate answers A, B, C. But I would like to mention one more thing. It is the importance of alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. You can see the red line added to both word equations. According to the biochemical definition, alcoholic fermentation refers to the chemical pathway of conversion of glucose into ethanol. Meanwhile, lactic acid fermentation refers to the conversion of glucose into lactic acid. So in the green box, the conversion of pyruvate into either ethanol and lactic acid will not produce any ATP. The next 2 ATP production is done by glycolysis, which is the left side of the red line. Therefore, what you should see is that the importance of these two types of fermentation is to regenerate the NAD. The importance to regenerate NAD for further glycolysis. They do not produce any energy. I repeat, they do not produce any energy during the conversion of pyruvate into either ethanol or lactic acid. So the answer is D.